vegan side effect. You might feel a surging love from and for others.
Noble viewers,
Приятно ми е да се запознаем.
these are the Bulgarian words you would hear as the delighted people of Bulgaria say, pleased to meet you. I am Belun, the Slavic deity of light, happiness and luck. The spiritually minded Bulgarian people pray that the light of God will uplift you in all that you do. Throughout the history of mankind, the divine messages are often shrouded in mystery. Prophets, messiahs, or whichever names you call them, are often persecuted and oppressed, their words obscured. But how do we distinguish the true from the false? To do so, one can only rely on the divine's guidance, and the truth will reveal itself to those who earnestly seek it. In 1911, a frail baby girl was born into a family of humble farmers near the border of Bulgaria and present-day North Macedonia. Her name, Vanga, meaning messenger who conveys God's will, came true as her destiny unfolded. At the tender age of 12, a terrible dust storm wind funnel enveloped Vanga and took her 2 kilometers away. She was eventually found in a field covered with dirt and debris, her eyes irreparably damaged. Despite her cries to God for the miracle of sight to return, it seemed that her prayers were unanswered. In young adulthood, while her physical eyes were still disabled, Vanga's prophetic abilities gradually began developing. Then, in 1941, at the age of 30, she was visited by a man of celestial beauty and radiance, dressed as an ancient warrior. Her room became bright as he entered.
Какво беше първото нещо, което той ви каза?
Първата беше, когато почна той да говори, баш най-много силно заговори от 41 година, от март. Все ми говоря, все идва, все ми говоря, ще дойде време, ще има война, войната ще е така, ще държава, ще се обяви срещу държави. И после като дойде вече 6 април, 5 април беше събота след обед, седам така на едно малко салонче и той си също дойде и душевните ми очи го виде. Човек си на страна и казва, слушай, ще ти кажа, утре войната почва.
Sure enough, on April 6, 1941, Yugoslavia was invaded by German forces amidst the Second World War. The celestial messenger told Vanga,
Скоро светът ще се обърка и много народ ще се изгуби. На това място ще стоиш и ще предсказваш за мъртви и живи. Не се бой, аз ще бъда до тебе и ще ти казвам какво да препредаваш.
Following those experiences, Vanga, who affectionately came to be known as Baba or Grandmother Vanga, was indeed able to help many people, such as with locating missing loved ones during the war. One of our Bulgarian association members recalls the following.
My family had several significant encounters with Vanga. The first time my mother went to visit her, she was driven by a serious concern about my father's and grandmother's health. My father had a serious lung disease with an unclear etiology, and treatment for one diagnosis would be deleterious for the other diagnosis. Vanga immediately said the name of the disease my mother suspected and gave the name of a German specialist on this disease who would attend a conference in Bulgaria, the date and place. Vanga shared the name of the medication my father would need, but recommended the German doctor as Vanga had no formal medical training. My parents met with the specialist, and it wasn't long before my father recovered. She helped many people with their illnesses, finding lost people or things, and acted as a bridge between the world of the physically living and the ones who have passed on, including animal people. Some people in high political positions visited her to ask for predictions. The Bulgarian government consulted her on a regular basis.
By 1966, word spread of Baba Vanga's remarkable gifts, and the Bulgarian government provided her an income as well as secretaries to aid her work. In addition, research institutions studied her clairvoyant abilities, which she always presented in a loving, wise, and down-to-earth manner. Baba Vanga made predictions not only for individuals and families, but also regarding broader changes in the world, at times giving specific years. For example,
2018 влаковете ще летят позиции от Слънцето.
True to Baba Vanga's words, in December 2017, the world's first solar-powered train made its premier journey from Byron Bay, Australia. Sadly, but perhaps unsurprisingly, much of what Baba Vanga foresaw was tragic in nature. She once said,
Присъствам на най-горещите точки на планетата и виждам кръвопролития, природни катаклизми, бедствия. Вечер вие спите, а аз преживявам трагедиите на всички хора, на целия свят.
The following are some of Baba Vanga's predictions that have come true.
Курск ще потъне под водата и целият свят ще го оплаква.
In the year 2000, 2 decades after this prediction was made, the reputedly unsinkable Russian nuclear submarine Kursk plummeted to the seafloor in an accident. All 118 crew members lost their lives. The incident was bemoaned internationally, especially when it was found that crew members could have been saved if the Russian government had responded differently.
Страх, страх! Американските братя ще паднат, накълвани от птици железни. Вълци ще вият в гората и невинна кръв ще се пролее като река.
This is believed to be a prediction of the 9/11 tragedy in 2001, when the twin towers of the World Trade Center in the United States fell packed by iron birds, meaning the airplanes. Wolves howl from the bush might refer to then U.S. President His Excellency George W. Bush's reaction, as his name is the word Bush. Regarding environmental disasters, Baba Vanga accurately described what is happening today and or in the near future.
Водата ще стане по-скъпа от черното злато, а един ден тя напълно ще изчезне. Ке дойде ден, в златни паници ке ядете и в медни чаши ке пиете, но вода нема да имате.
As early as 2025, experts say that half the world's population will be living in places where there isn't enough water. And it's estimated that by 2040, most of the world won't have enough water to keep up with demand all year long.
This, I think, is the worst year we've ever had.
We haven't had water for the past 6-7 days. We got some water a few days ago, but it was dirty and unusable.
Пчелите ще измрат.
According to their study, over 9 years of observations from 2006 to 2015, a 25% decrease in bee species was found compared to 1990 data. If the downward trend in bees continues, then in less than 100 years, this species will become completely extinct.
Млякото ще стане отровно.
More milk brands are being pulled from the shelves over E. coli contamination concerns.
Lactalis began recalling some of its baby milk products in France. It had discovered the salmonella bacteria in this factory in the northwest.
Antibiotics are often used for mastitis, a common and painful inflammation of the udder that causes white blood cells to leach into milk. A litre of milk can have up to 400 million of these cells before it's considered unfit for people to drink.
You've got things like estrogen, which is in the milk. That's probably one of the reasons why it is associated with hormone-sensitive cancers. So that's your prostate cancer, breast cancer.
The study does support previous research that dairy products increase the risk of Parkinson's disease. So milk, pesticides, and brain diseases could still have a common link.
Ще дойде ден, когато от лицето на земята ще изчезнат различни растения, зеленчуци, животни.
Of the estimated 8 million animal and plant species on Earth, 1 million are at risk of extinction. 3/4 of land and 2/3 of marine environments have been significantly altered by human actions. The populations of mammals, birds, amphibians, reptiles, and fish shrank by 68% on average between 1970 and 2016. In short, animals are becoming extinct at the fastest rate in all of human history.
Трета световна война няма да има. Но ако продължаваме така, природата ще ни затрие. Природата е Господ.
From tsunamis, floods, fires and earthquakes to supervolcanoes, sun flares and asteroids, there are many ways that forces of nature could wipe out life on Earth, with some that are already present in our lives at this time, as Supreme Master Qinghai has warned us.
If we are violent, then nature will be violent toward us. Heaven will be violent toward us.
Understand?
Yes, Master.
Even if not heaven or anything, it's the energy, the bad, violent energy will return to us manifold more when the time comes ripe. It's like that. As you sow, so shall you reap. You can't prevent anything. You just have to live according to God's law. Thou shalt not kill.
Много и незнайни болести ще се явят. Хората ще падат по улиците без видима причина и без видимо да са боледували. А това е все още предотвратимо, защото е във вашите ръце.
But now China is in the midst of a serious COVID resurgence. Hong Kong is reporting an extremely high death rate. And in Europe, a subvariant of Omicron known as BA2 is causing infections to spike across that continent.
Those two Omicron subvariants now accounting for the vast majority of all cases in the U.S. Health officials are sounding the alarm about a mysterious new outbreak of severe hepatitis in young kids. Worldwide, so far, 1 child has died and 17 have needed liver transplants.
Cases of monkeypox, a relatively rare virus, have been confirmed in Europe, Australia, and North America.
It is an outbreak in Florida. Cases of meningococcal disease skyrocketing.
10 to 15% of patients that get infected will die from it.
etc.
With so much sickness and pandemics, and even old pandemics or old deadly diseases and infections returned, and so many disasters everywhere. I think heaven wants to get rid of all the humans. Or as many humans as possible. Even though some already changed into a more benevolent lifestyle, like choosing vegan, to reduce karma and reduce destruction for the planet, but not enough. Everyone has to change.
Yes.
And then the table will turn immediately. Things to get better immediately, almost, few weeks.
Wow.
But nobody listens.
In our previous episode, we were introduced to the fascinating life and prophecies of Baba Vanga. This beloved Bulgarian mystic offered much practical help, comfort, and wisdom to those who came to her, whether they were ordinary families, celebrities, or government officials. Baba Vanga warned that the current ways of humankind are leading to a fateful destruction by nature. But beyond the many disasters, she also saw a hopeful vision of a more peaceful and civilized world. She said,
Ще дойде време, по земята границите ще изчезнат и хората ще заживеят в мир и разбирателство.
With the creation of unifying organizations as well as the advancements of communication technologies, it seems as though borders are already disappearing in some aspects of our lives. People of different nations are willing to help one another more than ever before, and more countries have been mending ties with one another. Baba Vanga also predicted that there would be an overall transformation away from religious institutions, many of which no longer represent their true original teachings.
Сега различните религии искат да се възползват от каквото сварят, ама тяхното време си отива. Човечеството ще хвърли тия окови. Религията ще има друга задача.
Yeah, just like the Bible, the Roman government at that time cut many of the parts about reincarnation and non-animal people diet, just to suit themselves, and make Christianity into another kind of mundane religion. So they can eat meat, they can drink wine, they can even fool around like that, yeah? And now it's gone to the worst that they molest children at random, anytime or any child that falls into their hands, that is vulnerable in their environment.
Yes, Master.
This moral degradation of religion has had painfully devastating effects, with some followers who have been known to even lose their faith in God.
I don't know what's happening to the Catholic Church anymore. I don't know what happened to Christianity anymore. It must be the end of the world. So the holy knowledge is going to be lost. It's already lost. Thus, the people who are supposed to represent it are evil. Evil outright. More than evil.
Yes, Master.
Worse than the criminal in the society.
Yes.
Worse than all these serial killers. Worse.
Yes.
These serial killers, maybe they're crazy. Maybe something's wrong with their mentality.
Yes, Master. Yes.
But they don't kill and rape children the way they do like this.
Yes, Master. Right, Master.
I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what happened to Christianity now. Nobody dares to say anything. Nobody does anything. Just talk or even try to avoid the sensitive topic.
Baba Vanga foretold that ultimately only the true teaching will remain, one that really has the power to liberate souls eternally.
Всички религии един ден ще изчезнат. Ще остане само учението на бялото братство. Като бял цвят, то ще покрие земята и благодарение на него хората ще се спасят.
By the disappearance of all religions, perhaps Baba Vanga meant that the current outer forms of religious teachings would dissolve, so that the true ancient essence within them could be revived. This one true teaching would be that of the White Brotherhood, a symbol of purity, a universal circle of saints. These enlightened beings all teach the same method of connecting with the divine through the inner heavenly light and sound, along with moral precepts that include a benevolent vegan diet.
Има едно древно индийско учение – учението на бялото братство. То ще покори целия свят, ще го напечатат в нови книги и по целия свят ще го четат. То ще е огнената Библия.
Over the past several decades, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been sharing the true teaching, the same way of connecting to the divine that also gave rise to the ancient Indian-born religions of Hinduism and Buddhism and others. Thus we wonder whether Baba Vanga had a vision of Master's teachings being printed in new books and read all over the world, with fire being an age-old spiritual metaphor for enlightenment. Could the Fire Bible be Master's book series titled The Key of Immediate Enlightenment? In addition, Baba Vanga confirmed through her inner visions that the worshipped Lord Jesus Christ would return to the world what Christians call the second coming of Christ.
Христос отново ще дойде на земята в бели дрехи. Настъпва времето, когато определени хора ще почувстват със сърцето си за връщането на Христос.
People of different backgrounds have also sensed that Supreme Master Ching Hai is Lord Jesus Christ returned. For example, right around the time that Master came to Israel in 1999 to give a lecture, a large number of people from around the world were flocking to Jerusalem, expecting Christ's appearance at any moment. In addition, the inner visions of our association members have revealed that Master and Christ are one being.
Master, when you came to visit us on the third day of the retreat, I was so happy to watch your every movement. My heart opened widely to greet and welcome you, and when you came in front of me, I realized that you were Jesus Christ. I came closer to admire you and adore you.
某天打坐，我被一道金色光芒阴流吸上，在那境界中，师父的容貌一下子是耶稣基督，一下子是印度名师巴巴萨万辛格。
Аз, той, ние, той, ние, това е той, който отново се връща при нас, както беше обещал. Всички апостоли сега са в движение, всички апостоли са на земята, тъй като времето на Свети Дух настъпи.
Baba Vanga reveals that Lord Jesus Christ's close disciples have already come back in this lifetime to assist their master once again. We know that many of Master's disciples from the past have been reincarnating life after life to support Master's mission.
Upon reaching Jerusalem, I called out to Master, "Master, we have reached Jerusalem." Master woke up from her samadhi, and upon opening her eyes, Master exclaimed, "I have come home." Looking around Jerusalem from the car, Master further said, "Look at those houses up the mountains. They look the same just like before, like the old times." Those words sent chills down my spine, as immediately after Master spoke, I felt a familiar feeling that perhaps I have been there before too.
在很古远时，我就一直和师父在一起。师父下来这个地球好多事，我也跟下来很多事。有一世，师父是耶稣基督，我是主耶稣的徒弟，当时的抹大拉玛利亚。我看见我和主耶稣，还有主耶稣的门徒，为了逃离犹太人的追杀，赶往山上，躲在山洞里。也看见主耶稣被伤害，被欺凌，看见主耶稣背十字架，很心碎，很心痛。
In one of my past lives, in the time of Jesus, I was one of his followers, and I lovingly conveyed the message of love and affection of Jesus Christ to the people.
Tâm linh thăng hoa từng giờ, làm bất cứ việc gì cũng nghĩ tới Sư Phụ và Thượng Đế. Đặc biệt, con cảm nhận rằng trong nhiều kiếp con đã làm việc của Chúa Giêsu, và nay con lại tiếp tục cùng Sư Phụ.
Etc.
The cherished Baba Vanga offered wise and encouraging teachings up to the time of her passing in 1996 at the age of 85.
Да укрепите вярата си в Бога, да се обичате и да сте добри един към друг, защото без тези неща няма напредък в нищо. Доброто иде, не е далеко, не се бойте. Всичко ке си дойде на място.
Please do help. Help in any way you can. Show your friends the gruesome practice of the animal fever industry, of how we as humans lost our humanity, lost our humane quality, lost our compassion, lost our sympathy. We lose everything if we lose love. We lose everything, absolutely, if we lose compassion and mercy in our heart. So you try to invoke that merciful quality in other humans wherever you go, wherever you are, whenever you can, by showing them the benefit of the vegan diet. Through our television, you have many information. You take out some clips and show it to them. Let them wake up. Let them see the reality, the connection between the piece of meat that they put in their mouth and the pain, the agony, the suffering of other beings in the dark corner, hidden from sight. Show it all to them. So if they became vegan, our lives will be more comfortable. We will have more and more extraordinary high tech. We will have less or no more disease. We will not have to mourn early the death of our relatives, friends, or loved ones. We will live happily, healthily, long lives, connected with the divine even, because the heaven will be able to show us some expressive signs of their love and their connection with us.
We are deeply grateful to Baba Vanga for gracing our planet as a gentle messenger from heaven, whose comforting wisdom helps us through challenging times. Our profound gratitude to Supreme Master Qinghai, who is the promised Christ returned, for saving souls and guiding humanity as a whole to follow the will of God. May the simple advice to be loving and kind be taken to heart, and may our faith in the true Christ power allow us to witness the beginning wonders of a new era of peace.
Vegan, because we don't need to kill to live.
Altruistic viewers, thank you for joining us today. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. May your soul resonate with the melodies of the angels.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AP.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/AP.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/AP.
Műsoraink sok nyelvet tartalmaznak. Kérjük, tekintse meg itt suprememastertv.com/schedule és suprememastertv.com/AP.